Hello, hello. It says that I am live. I am live. I was trying to go live. I just came in from in the house about outside for about maybe since 12:55. I came in here, and I was planning to go live at 1 o'clock, and it just so happened that I scheduled my live to go live on my phone, and I couldn't figure out how to I scheduled it. That's the first time I scheduled it on my phone. I couldn't figure out how to do it. So, Mia, if you are out there in YouTube land, I don't know what happened. Because I scheduled it, I couldn't get it to go. So I don't know, but I'm now and then I said, "Okay, let me try to go on my computer because my phone didn't work out so hot." So this is the first time I'm ever live streaming through something, just regular YouTube. Like this is not through StreamYard, which is my regular, how I normally stream. And so I'm just gonna get on here and see how it's working. I have no idea what's going on, what to do. Um, it says one person is watching. Who is that? I don't know. Are you in the come in the chat? Who are you that is watching? Um, Dayana, hello, how are you? Dayana, I have no idea what I'm doing. So, I have a members only live, and I had scheduled last week for us to meet today. And so when I went to, actually get on there, I couldn't figure out how to get on there from my phone because I'm not used to scheduling it, right? It just pops up. And so now it's scheduled and I couldn't figure out, Mia, you're here. Mia, you're here. That's so funny. So yeah, I couldn't figure out how to get on it from my phone. So then I thought, well, maybe I need to get on it from my from the computer, which is, you can see that's where I'm at. Well, you probably can't see, but that's where I stream from normally. So I was like, let me figure out how to get on here from my actual computer, the YouTube, right? So this is YouTube. I have no idea. I've never stream, live stream from YouTube. So I'm just like, what in the world? So they have, you could start a poll. I don't know what to start a question and answer session, but I'm going to ask you, how are you? I'm just trying to play around with this stuff, feeling today. Let's do a mindset check in. How are you feeling today? What is your mindset like today? And I had so many things on my to-do list. Let's see. I'm trying to see how this works. Because maybe I'll go live on YouTube more, on the actual YouTube. Okay, so I put this question out for you guys. Wait, start a question and answer. Let's see what this is doing. All right, so we have Dayana. Okay, I don't know. Wait, now my chat left. What in the world? Oh, is this supposed to be for me? Wait, maybe this question and answer is supposed to be for you to ask me questions. Jeez Louise. Okay, so the question is, how are you feeling today? What is your mindset today? So I think that was supposed to be for you to ask me questions. Yeah, but I don't know. So let's see. Okay, so Dayana, we have Mia, we have Nia. Hey Nia. We have the Downsizing Diva. So let me put hey Jen, how are you? So let me put up a poll. I'm just trying things out. I have no idea what I'm doing. But so what's can you guys see the question? That I don't know. I feel accomplished. I did something else. When I started YouTube making videos and stuff. So okay, so yeah. So tell me, what's your mindset today? How's it going for you guys? When I started YouTube, I thought, I'm going to do everything they offer. Everything YouTube has to offer. I'm going to try to do it, see how it goes. And one of the last things I've tried to do is go live using their platform. I usually go live on StreamYard. And so, yeah, I have a members only live chat that I'm trying to pump up and get going. And that was what we were supposed to be doing today. I couldn't figure out how to get on that live stream. I scheduled it. I'm like, they should be rewarding me for scheduling things instead of making it harder. So I'm gonna have to read up on that and see if I scheduled it. I also scheduled it from my phone because I knew I had some errands to run around the time. The live was supposed to be at 1 o'clock. And it's only a couple of us. And so, I was trying to schedule something and to do something right before that live. So I did it on my phone just in case I was out and about, I could still go live. And I actually made it back here at 12:55 to get on this 1 o'clock live, but then it would not load. So that's what brings me on here today. So I don't know. Do you guys have any questions for me? Anything you're talking about? Diana says she's feeling great today. That is good to hear. No, Diana, this is not just for members. I was supposed to have one just for members. And it's a certain like tier of members too. Like this is called the Dynamite Divas, and they're, the members that I think it's like 9.99 a month they pay for just, for some perks like getting videos early and and having just members only lives and, any little cool perks you could do. A lot of times I send them the videos I try to all the time, unless it's coming out, in a short time of span, I send them the videos ahead of time. So things like that, that is, this little fun, cute little perks. And, maybe by the time, maybe by the time summer rolls around and we have more people, we could start doing some, more educational, type of things where we're learning or just talking. Like we could do a book chat or, we could do, things like that. Some more cool things. So yeah. So now it's just a little small group of us. I have a membership to a couple of places too. And what's nice about it is you could cancel at any time. If it's something you're not feeling or you can't afford it, or you're like, I could save my $10 or however much many dollars it costs. Some of them, the smallest membership fee I have is like $2.99. And it's just a supporting the channel. And I'm not monetized on YouTube, so I don't really make money on YouTube. Like for my videos, but the thing of it is they put ads on my videos. I don't know, have you guys ever watched my videos and saw ads? And somebody told me that's a sign you're doing really well, or your videos, when they start putting ads on your videos, but they don't pay you for it. You don't get paid for it until you're monetized with those over 1,000 subscribers. So I have tons of watch hours. Like I have watch hours, I could let somebody borrow my watch hours, but I just need to get the subscribers. So it'll come when it'll come, slow and steady, right? Just like my weight. But actually, I am doing good. I feel blessed because, I started in the end of June. So, and I don't really consider myself as official until August, even though I think Jen was one of the ones following me in my channel when I was not even showing my face. And so I didn't start showing my face until I would say the end of the month, like the end of July, beginning of August, I start showing my face. And so once I started showing my face, things started to pick up. And then from there on, so I would say, I guess, how many months is that? How many months is it from end of June to now? So July, August, September, October, November, December, January, February. Is that about 8 months, right? Yeah. So at the end of March, so my goal, hopefully I could have my 1,000 subscribers by March, by March, and then I'll be monetized on there. And then, then I'll be excited because that's like another milestone, right? So I've set goals with that too. So yeah, so that's the reason why I'm on here. And I'm on regular YouTube. So this is kind of funny. So I put out that question. And let's see. So Diana says she's feeling great today. Mia says, I'm not on that tier anymore, DD. I'm on my first tier now. Okay. And then she says, that's probably why it wasn't letting me in. Yeah, probably. You are awesome. Yes, yes, yes. Yes, yes, yes. When I put out that little music video, what you guys think about that video I did with my daughter? I thought that was so fun to kind of include her, in that. And I did that because she has been so sweet with just, giving up her mommy time. When I'm on here making videos and I'm on live, as much as I'm on live, look at that. I don't know what happened. It's like I got a sunlight kind of went out. Welcome, Black Squirrel. You're a sparkling starter. I love that. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So I was saying when I, put that video out, I put it out to, even though it's supposed to be like the top tier, I put that video out to like everybody who had joined the membership, just because I thought it was super special, that, I've just been on this for 1 year. Look at this light. Now, what is going on with this light? Now, my light has not moved. Maybe it's the light from the natural light. Yeah, it's like it's brightening up and then it's going down. So anyway, so that video, I thought the video was super cute, and I like that I really did it for my daughter. And honestly, I woke up one day, Saturday, I shouldn't say one day, I know what day. I feel like my light is not the best. I don't know. I feel like I need some more light in here. Let me see. I want to get some more light. Let's see. Okay. Do I have more light? Is it more? Okay. So I woke up one day and I thought this last Saturday, and I thought I'm gonna write a song. It's funny because I do all these things in my classroom. I write songs, I sing songs, I rap out of the blue. And my class is like, what is going on with this lady? They think it's hilarious. I sing. I'm not the best singer, but will pop out a song, and I play games. So all the things I do on here, it's really because I'm a teacher doing the same thing. Um, you know, I'm doing the same thing. Like I've been doing this stuff for, not 30 years, because first couple years I didn't know what to do. I didn't have a lot of bags under my tricks under my bag when I was first starting out teaching, but now, I just know what to do and how to get things going. So yeah, I'm bringing those things to here with me to YouTube. So people ask me, who wrote that song? I wrote the song. Honestly, it took me 10 minutes, not even 10 minutes, maybe 15 minutes at the most. And the hardest part was trying to film it. I don't have the best camera, so I don't have like the latest and greatest camera. And anybody will tell you, if you're doing vlog styles and trying to follow yourself, that's why my whole body is not showing at most points, because I don't even know how to do it. When I made that video, my daughter was holding the phone at first. Well, she was shaking it because she was bouncing to the music. So we put it on like I have this. Oh, what did I just do there? I just got this send feedback to Google all out the blue. It was like a shadow overcast on my phone. But so it's brightening up in my office here because I opened the blinds a little bit wider, but I feel like it's going dark on YouTube. I don't know what's going on here. So crazy. So yeah, I wrote that song, and then, the hardest part, like I said, was to get to record that myself. And so I set it up on like this tripod. It has like a light, and the light is not the best light. That's the first extra light I ever bought. And it's not that great, but I put it up on there, and I was trying to record myself. So that's why I was down in the camera. Excuse me. That's why I was down in the camera at first. And then I ended up backing up and, trying to figure it out, because I don't know how to work all that stuff. So that's my goal, is to get a better camera that could kind of follow me around, or could be more mobile. My daughter is great, but, she's not a video recorder either. She has it. She's like bopping to the music herself. And so she doesn't realize that's going to make the camera jump up and down. So anyway, yeah, that's me. So let me ask you guys. I'm just trying to use these features. This says start a poll. What can we ask? Let's see. How about let me ask you, would you buy Lily's vials? They have these vials that are discounted. Would you buy those vials? And I'm just going to say yes or no and see what you guys say. So would you buy Lily's vials? They have those vials that came out. Now they have, what was that, 7.5 and 10. So they have 2.55, 7.5, 10. And I don't think it's 12.5 out. I don't think so. Jen would know. She's like all, she's up on it with the Eli Lilly and the Zepbound. So somebody said no. We got yes. We got 50% yes, 50% no. I'm curious to know. Um, I am curious to know the why you would or why you wouldn't. Honestly, I would. I think if with my insurance stopped covering this, I think I would get the go with the vials. Um, and yeah, I think I would. I think I would because I like the idea of the branded medication. Hopefully by the time I need that, I would be on the starter dose. But so who knows with the vials? Hey Z, how are you? With the vials, I wondered. So so if I so okay, so you can't do 2.5 to be on maintenance with the vial. So are you only allowed for the Jen? You might know this, and anybody in here might know this. I don't. But are you allowed with the vials to continue ordering 2.5 even if you're not on maintenance? Well, because they say it's not a maintenance dose. So are they only going to allow you to buy? I guess my question is that 2.5 only once. Mindy, hey, Mindy. Mindy, you may even know this. Are they going to only allow you to buy Eli Lilly that 2.5 vial one time? Because it says, that 2.5 is just it's not a maintenance dose. So I guess you would technically have to be on maintenance, but how would they know? How would they even know? So do you have to put your weight, height, all that can give information for them to give you those vials? I just wonder, what the guidelines are with those vials. But if anybody knows, let me know because I'm not sure. Mindy says, you can get whatever the doctor prescribes since insurance isn't involved. Okay, okay, okay. You could be on whatever dose you want to if it works. Okay, okay. But I guess through insurance, then that's why Eli Lilly is saying, okay, the 2.5 is not a maintenance dose. So if you want your insurance to pay for it, you can't be on that 2.5 for maintenance. That's my understanding. That's what it kind of says. Not kind of. I always say kind of. I like kind of. But that's what it says on their website. So I guess if you're going through insurance, you know, you can't use insurance with the vials. Okay, no, I'm talking about the regular pens at this point. But I didn't know that. So you can't use insurance with the vials because it's all self-pay. Okay, okay. Mia says, I don't know the rules on vials perfectly. Pamela explained to me that they are way more expensive than the compound. Yeah, they are more expensive than the compound. Well, and now, the compounds, because they're feeling, the threat of those vials coming out, and people potentially moving on there over to the branded medication, they've lowered those compound prices. So yeah, so now it is. So, but you got to remember, hey, JB, I am on Lilly vials now, 5 milligrams. Okay, okay. So, JB, so why would you opt for the vials versus the compounds? And, I will say, you guys have to remember, everybody doesn't like to be on something that's not branded or not from the original, right? It's like the person who wants to buy name brand of anything versus the generic. Some people are just like that. And thank God for generic medication because the branded medications, and I'm not talking about this, but any branded medication is probably a 200% upcharge from what they would charge for generic drugs. So, and I know this is not a generic, this is a little different situation, but you know what I'm saying. But I wonder, JB, somebody like you who is on taking the vial, she said she was not sure about the compounds. Mindy said, my insurance wanted to make me go up from 2.5, but my doctor argued and I was able to stay on. Okay, okay, very good. So your doctor did. So you advocated for yourself and your doctor advocated for you. I think that's so important because I think a lot of times people just go with whatever their doctor says or, because that was you asking your doctor probably to say, yeah, I want to stay on, or I don't know. Did your doctor take charge? I remember from our interview, you have a great doctor. It sounds like you have a great doctor. So that's pretty cool. Mindy says, heck yeah, with generics, I buy that Costco ibuprofen. Now, see, I will not buy like any kind of medication. I will not buy an off brand. And I don't ketchup and it's certain things I will not buy off brand. Have always been like that. And so yeah, but some things I will. Medication I just have not, except for like, now this is funny because if I had a generic medication sitting on the shelf out, I wouldn't buy it. But if the pharmacy is giving me a generic medication, I take that. I don't know what the difference is. I don't know what I think the difference is, but what do I think the difference is? Let's unpack that. um, I don't know. I don't know. I just always thought I should buy. Now, if sometimes medication has been out and I bought the the store brand, but I don't. That's rare. That's rare that the medication has to be all out. Um, Mindy says, "Oh, now don't mess with my Heinz." Yeah, and some generics taste okay and some don't. And I have people in my family that buy everything off brand, like, the store brand, and my food tastes better than theirs. I'm just joking. Sometimes I think that, but I think for certain things, you can't buy generic in everything. But for me, I'm one of those people. I want to be on the branded medication. So I think I would go with the vials. Now, my pockets might dictate something else. I might not be able to afford it if when I get on this retirement budget, and then I'll just have to pivot, and so I'm not against it. I'm just telling you what I would do right now if I had to. JB says compounds are not equal. No, but it sounds like there's some great ones out there. It sounds like there's some great ones out there. Yeah, I said that compounds is not, I'm not saying they're the same thing, Jen, but I'm just saying, I'm making that comparison. Like I said, a lot of people want to be on brand name. They don't want to be on compounds because compounds aren't brand name. So some people are just like that. And JB says you have to find the right ones, and I didn't want to experiment. Okay, so you don't want to have to take the time to go through it all. Yes. And so you really paying for convenience. And isn't that what people do, right? People pay for convenience. You spend that extra money. So if you're buying DoorDash, you're getting groceries, you're getting Uber service or whatever they call that, Food Dash. I don't know. I've never ordered groceries to my house, but it sounds interesting. But any of those services, people are doing that because they don't want to be inconvenienced and go to the store, wait in the lines. And now at a lot of our grocery stores here, or any of our stores here now, it's a lot of self-help. It's a lot of self-help. So not only are you going to the grocery store, you're going to wait in that long line for somebody to, ring you out, or you're just going to go in there and do the the self checkout. And so, yeah, like I was saying, you go to the grocery store now, somebody's not even ringing out your groceries. You're doing it all. You are doing it all. So when I'm tired, that's the last place I want to go is to the grocery store, because I know I'm going to have to do work or either wait in those long lines. And waiting in the line with an 8-year-old, now she's 8, but just think of up until this point, it's not fun because they see everything they want in the store, and they're asking for it. So that's another thing too. So let's see what you guys are saying. JB says, okay, we read that. You have to find the right one. Mia says all the add-ins to supposedly help you lose sometimes. You have opposite reaction or negative reactions. JB said, yeah, all the add-ins that supposedly help you lose sometimes. You have opposite reaction or negative reactions. Okay. All right. Well, I don't really know about the compound, so it seems like, people are doing well on those too. I can't imagine using a syringe to draw up meds and push it in. Well, I said that with the pen too. I couldn't imagine that, but it was super seamless. And like I said, I've been watching Perfectly Pamela, and she does a good job of administering her medication. And so it's with the way she does it, it looks kind of easy. But yeah, that's still scary. The pen was scary. So now I've gotten over my fear of the pen. So I don't know what I would do. So JB, let's see what she said. Okay. I can't imagine. Okay, I reread that. JB says, I am a nurse. Drawing up meds, I was used to it. So yeah. So see, you have that nursing background. Very good. Very good. I love that. Mia says they try to say you need extra shots to get the extra dough out of our pockets. And it's kind of a woo-woo thing that I really don't give the boost more than the vitamin. So they're adding the vitamins to the compounds, and you think that are you saying you think that they try to say you need extra shots? You mean extra shots, like extra things mixed in the compound? I think they're doing that so they can even be allowed to also Yeah, the B12 and stuff, they're doing that so they can also be allowed to sell the compounds. Because if they didn't have anything extra added in there, I don't think they could sell it. So that's probably why they're doing that. Now the B12, and if you know anything about B12, it is supposed to give you energy. And I actually have some B12 drops that I take. And I'm so inconsistent. I'm not a medicine person. The only thing I take consistently is my Mounjaro. um, but even my supplements, I had started taking these supplements, and I'm going to switch back, I believe, to adding more to the supplements I was taking, after my doctor's visit. So yeah. So that's what I have planned for today. Today is going to be just like a wash day. Okay, let me see, I'm going back to these questions. So our poll, we have 70% of people said they would take the vials. The person who said no, and I don't know if you want to be incognito, that's okay too. But if the person who said, or people who said they would not take it, use the vials, why not? And if the vials were, let me ask this too, if the vials were the same cost, or very close to in price as the compounds, what would you do? I wondered that too. And then you have to remember too, some people, I think another thing that the compounds have built in, and not everybody, is that the fact that they have doctors, like they have a doctor you can consult with. Some of them have nutritionists, all the people with insurance. We have to remember there are so many people that don't have insurance coverage. So that would be a plus for them to go with the compounds, because you get a doctor with that fee they charge. Some of them charge a fee. You get the doctor, you get the nutritionist, you get access to some extra support. So if you don't have that, if you don't have that and you're just buying these vials self-pay through Eli Lilly, and if you don't have a doctor, is what I'm saying, where are you going to now get that support from? So yeah, and I don't know, does Eli Lilly have that built in? I heard they have a new state-of-the-art sleep apnea project going on here, but do they have like doctors and things you can consult with that self-pay? Now that's what I don't want to know. And if they can incorporate that, I think they have something. If they can incorporate, a small fee, and not more than what the compounds are charging, a small fee. Eli Lilly, are you listening? Don't listen. But if they can incorporate with that self-pay, and you're getting those vials, and it comes with for another small fee, if it comes with a nutritionist and a doctor to evaluate you and all of that, and then a check-in, right? Because it's great to have that doctor at the initial stage. I agree. But then you want something even after that. I'm getting warm in here. How about that? You want something even more, I think, after that, to just kind of follow you and have like a support. All right. So what are you guys saying? Mindy says, I said no because my insurance covers MJ. Okay, remember I'm saying though, okay, yeah, so you wouldn't count. But I'm saying if you didn't have it, Mindy, if you didn't have insurance coverage, would you go with the vials over the compounds? Like, what would you do now that these vials, now if you're already set up, I see why people wouldn't change. Like for me, I'm one of those people, I'm loyal. So it not even so much as loyal, but I also like convenience. If I'm already set up with the compounds and I'm doing my thing and it's working, and it's, I'm allowed to take them, I think it would be hard for me to change over to the vials, right? Because, people already are established with what they're doing, their routine. But if I was not, it wouldn't be hard at all, because, I just feel like, for me, that's just a no-brainer. I would go with the vials for sure. Let's see. Mia says, you could get that vitamin shop. You could get that at the vitamin shop. These shots are way more expensive, like overpriced for some vitamins. So are the compound pharmacies. Now I know some of them are selling fat burners and all kind of things like that. I've never in my life taken a fat burner, which is probably why I stayed fat for so I've never taken a fat burner. I don't want anything that's going to make my heart race and go faster than it needs to. And so I've never been a fan of like a fat burner, but I know some of these companies sell them and they do well. I'm not criticizing anybody that does. I always say do what's best for you. For me, I just never wanted to take a fat burner at all. And so I never have up to this point. So a lot of people though really are successful with those fat burners, and some people are actually doing it and taking the compounds too. I mean, it's like, geez Louise. Let's see. Mia says, wait, let me see. Mindy. My comments are messing up over here. Well, I'm not clicking on the right ones. If it was my choice, I'd do it over the compound. Yeah, me too. Mindy says she'd take the vials over the compounds if it was her choice. Yes. And I mean, we realize people are, the reason why people are on compounds, right? Because everything was so expensive and people, needed, wanted to, experience the GLP-1 and, and they wanted to, and that we had the shortage and, and they had the opportunity to do it. And so now it'll be interesting to see what happens when all this is said and done. They got lawsuits popping off. They have, him and hers, did you guys see that? It just amazes me how they pay $8 million for a commercial in the Super Bowl ad, and as soon as semaglutide, came off the shortage list, now they said, now their stock dropped 15% that day. I remember that day, which was a couple days ago here, and they started to say, and I'm going to say allegedly because I don't know. I don't want to be sued ever, so I say allegedly, but yeah, so then they said, they weren't going to sell it anymore and they were going to focus on some of those lesser known GLP-1s. And so it's just so funny how they were like, we don't have time to play. And I think anybody at this point that's selling compounds, you got to be on your game. You got to know what you're doing. You got to have some lawyers also on the case, because Eli Lilly is not playing around. They are not playing around with their medication. And so I think, I hope anybody who can get access to it gets access to it. Unfortunately, I just think it's going to take a while before these prices like really go down. But in the meantime, in between time, I hope that people can stay on whatever they're on as long as they can in the healthiest way possible. Because another thing too is I hear people stockpiling these medications, and I think that I'm not going to say how I feel one way or another about it. I just think like when I'm one of those people, if a medication is expired, I'm not using it. I don't even want to use a seasoning if it's past its date. And it's funny because my dad, he'll have, I go to his house, and one time I cleaned out his cabinet and he had seasonings from years ago, and I was just on him about that. And he was like, you ate it. When I cooked those greens, they had that seasoning in it. You ate this, you ate that. And I said, no wonder why I have a little bit of a stomach ache when I leave here. But some things are out of date, and you don't even know that they're out of date necessarily. You can't taste it, you can't see it necessarily. And so when he said that, I just thought, yeah, when you go to a restaurant, you don't know if they're cooking with out of date seasonings. But the stuff I do know about, I'm not going to use it out of date. Like I'll throw it out and I'll just buy something new. Because I'm a big stickler about the expiration date. So with medication, I'm even more so of a stickler. I just don't, if you're buying medications and the expiration date is in 6 months, and, people have said they've used theirs past the expiration date. Personally, for me, I don't know if I would do that. And so I just say, be safe out there, be safe. That's all I can say, because, you don't know people's situation. You don't know what's going on. And so I just want people to be safe. Black Squirrel says, I actually prefer the insulin syringe over the injector pens. The needle was so small and I can't feel it. It seems like I have more control with the vials. Okay, and I can totally see that. I can see that. Now, are these the compounds, Black Squirrel, that you're using or not? Nia says, I said no, being scared of the syringe. Actually, my Zep is covered by insurance. If that changed, I probably would have to suck it up. LOL. Yeah, me too. I don't want to use that. Go to the vials, but I will if I had to. I will if I had to. I'm with you, Nia. Miss Russ, I'm trying to click on these. You know, you can. I just clicked on something in it. Okay, I'm gonna pin a message, even though I'm just trying things out. I'm just gonna pin this. I don't know what that means. Oh, I see Nia is up here. Okay, okay. Now, people who came in late, I don't know if you were listening and just were in the chat, but I am not. This is the first time I've ever been on live through YouTube on my computer. Normally, I'm on live through StreamYard on my computer, and I was trying to go live with my members only today. At what time? Oh, at 1:00, and it just didn't work out. I couldn't figure out, I had scheduled it. And before, when I've gone live on my mobile phone, it's just been like, spur of the moment. I'm like, I'm going live a couple times. I did that just to try it out. So I thought, okay, I couldn't figure out how to get on there. And so I just came on here. And I just thought, I'll chat it up for a while. I had this time carved out. So let me go back to the chat. Let's see. Let me see. The only thing I don't like about this is when I'm trying to click on a comment. I need to stop doing that because I'm thinking I'm in StreamYard and I'm not. And I'm always up on the camera like this. Why am I always up on the camera? I don't know. Maybe because I need to see the fine print on here. I don't know. This, I need to see the fine print. Otherwise, I'm just so used to like leaning into people, like leaning in. So I need to back up. So let's see. Miss Russ says, okay, I read that. Okay. Let's see. Mia says you have a telehealth company to go with the vials. Okay. JB says, I feel like my eyes are dark because of the hat, I guess. It's the lighting. This is not the best lighting, and it's light in my house. I had to record my video. Oh, maybe that's better. I have to record my video about my doctor's visit. I want to record that today. And tomorrow when I go live, it's gonna be I'm gonna be talking about a challenge I'm putting together for you guys. So, we'll see. Well, for myself too. But yeah, okay. So Mia says, I want to do vials because the tiny needle and drop. I hate the click on the pins. You do. That click on that pen is like music to my ears, and you know why? Because it lets me know it's over for the most part. So I love the 2 clicks. Oh, that's so funny. See how we're all so different? I just think that's cool. JB says, I see my PC every 3 months. We do labs too. Yes. I think that's great. That's great. Now, my doctor, she's not a big fan of doing all my labs. She just wants to do like my, A1C every 3 months. But for the year, we get the whole shebang. And so I go back. When do I go back? I want to say I go back maybe in May. I think I may, and I'm going to ask for everything. Like, I want the works, lady. So she said my insurance may not cover the works every 3 months, and I don't know, but I'm going to tell her, I'm going to call ahead of time and see what they will cover. And then that's what I'm going to have her put in, to check. So we'll see, but I think it's because I've been relatively healthy too up to this point. Maybe that's the reason why. I don't know, but I plan to find out. But I love that every 3 months you're doing labs. But I don't know, are you doing elaborate labs? Because she does a full metabolic panel. She's checking your liver, your kidneys, your thyroid, all that stuff within the year. I would like to do that every 3 months. I don't know that I need that, but that's what I want. That's what I really want to do. Jen said it's an outside telehealth. Okay, I forgot even what that was, Jen. I'm sorry. Miss Russ says, I'm blessed to have, I love that. Miss Russ said, I'm blessed to have full coverage for name brand, but I also purchased and use compound as well. I stack my name brand boxes because in this climate, who knows how long any of us will keep our jobs. Okay. All right. And I see people doing that. The name brand the expiration date is a lot longer than it is with those compounds. So that's also a plus for being on the name brand. But don't get me wrong. If you're on compounds and you're doing this, I don't want people to think like, oh, she doesn't like compounds or whatever. No, I'm thankful that I'm, on Mounjaro and have the name brand, and I just don't want that to get disrupted. And it's working for me, it's working for me. So I say, whatever works for you, that's what you have to go with. But I just say legally and financially, first legally, because who wants to get sued, who wants to be, these companies, they don't want to be paying out their money for lawsuits, this and that. So hopefully everything gets resolved. And hopefully it's fair. But one thing I have learned at 52 is that all things fair is not equal. Or so it'll be interesting to see how it all pans out. But I just hope whatever anybody is taking, if it's working for them, great. And I just feel like I don't want people to be hurt in the process of taking drastic measures to stay on this medication. I think you still have to, you're on it because you're trying to get healthy. So don't get unhealthy trying to stay on it. You know what I'm saying? Don't take expired medication. That would just be something that I would offer, not to take expired medication. I just don't think that that's the best thing to do for anybody. Let's see. Even if it's the branded, I don't want to be taking. I'm not going to be taking expired branded medication. I just won't do that. But let's see. Okay. Jen says, okay, Miss Russ. Jen says, your doctor can write you a script for a B12. It costs a couple of dollars. Yes. And you could buy a good name brand too off of, maybe I'll share that tomorrow. You could buy a good name brand off of Amazon. Yeah. So there's that too. But it won't be as cheap as the couple dollars. So yeah, if you could get your doc to write it, that might be even cheaper. Because I think this what I buy is like $12.81. And like I said, I haven't been taking it. Jen, when I get off this, I'm going to go take that B12. So thank you to Mia and Jen for bringing that up. Because, I need to keep my supplements out. The reason why I don't keep them out, this was what makes me inconsistent, is because I'm worried about my daughter. Like anything I'm trying to whisper because she's all up in my business. But anything I have that I taste or try, she wants to taste or try. Now, I don't know that B12, the little drop is going to do anything to her, but I just keep my meds out of sight and up high. And so, in my supplements, I should say, the only med I take is Mounjaro. So my supplements, I keep them up high and out of her sight. And so, yeah, I need to keep them closer to me so I can remember to take it. Because if it was sitting closer or sitting out, I would remember more than I do. So that's one of my goals for starting today. Okay, so Levon says, I love that name, Levon. Oh, that's a cute name. I love it. Okay, Levon says some of the telehealth companies are able to order the name brand for you too. Yes, I remember that. I know Fridays for sure, right? Because I remember when I first started on this GLP-1 journey, everything was Fridays. That just goes to show you how competition brings the heat on, right? When I first started, everything was Fridays. That telehealth company. Now I'm hearing other names. Now I'm starting to hear other names, and I think that's good. I think that gives choices are always great for people, right? Mia says, I don't know how in depth. Wait, I'm sorry. I didn't think I read the rest of it. I was so excited by that. Okay, some of the telehealth companies are able to order the name brand for you too. Hopefully they'll be able to order from Lilly direct for the vials if compounding goes away. Yes, that's a great point. That's a great point. So I hope so too. Mia says, I don't know how in depth the telehealth Eli Lilly has is. They aren't charging memberships like some do. Yeah. And like I say, to me, so even if, those vials, what would get people over there on those vials even more so is if they were not even paying another small fee. Because remember, I offered that earlier. But I say, don't even charge the small fee. I say that those vials could come with a nutritionist and maybe a doctor, an initial evaluation. Maybe you meet up with somebody again in 3 months. You're not doing it every whim. Somebody says I need to meet with the doctor, maybe even every 6 months, maybe even every 12 months, that they could have like the check-in. I keep turning this that's what's happening. I'm turning this by mistake. So yeah, so I think that there is a way for Eli Lilly to capitalize too on what the pharmacies are doing. And they probably are like, this is my medication, I invented this, I don't want to do all this, we just want to make medication, we'll let the insurance companies and everybody else figure it out. So I guess I'm trying to figure out what they could do to get those compounded pharmacies off their their bottom line. And they're trying to say they need to just get off because this is not their this is not their thing. We invented this. So I get that too. And I always think about too, for me, like, what if I created this, like, that video I just put out, right? I just put out a music video about GLP-1s. What if somebody took my video and they duplicated it, and they didn't really, they got my permission to do it, because let's say for some reason I couldn't produce the videos fast enough. Let's say they were on a little disc and I couldn't produce these videos fast enough. So they were able to duplicate my video. But now I'm saying I could duplicate them fast enough. Now, somebody over in Alaska may have been saying, I can't get that disc. But I'm saying I got a surplus here. What do you mean you can't get it? The disc is here. It's ready to be shipped out. I got it. It's going on. And I declare that there is no more of a back order on my videos. And then it just gets crazy from there, right? Because now people are saying, no, this is my video. I added my face. I took your face off. I did this. I did that. I'm going to feel a certain kind of way because this is something I started, I created, I put hard work into it. I researched it. I did this, I did that. So I understand where Eli Lilly is coming from. I really do. And for someone who, like, I told you guys, I sell books on Amazon. If somebody took my idea and duplicated it, how would I feel about that? You know how long I spent making this one workbook. I put so much time, energy, and effort into getting this little workbook perfect. It's for elementary kids. And so I can see how somebody could come along and copy it and take your idea, and you would just, so I think it's some of that going on with Eli Lilly too. I don't think it's just about, the money. I think it's also something, that they've taken pride in. We invented this. And the difference is, right, who cares about the video? Who cares? The difference is, I think, and that's where we get lost with Eli Lilly, is this medication is life-saving. My video is not going to save anybody's life probably, but this medication can. So that's why I think that it has to be some sort of something has to give, right? It has to be some sort of a compromise. It has to be some sort of a, it has to be some sort of a come to Jesus moment where we say, let's consider the people and the health of the people, and let's put all the other stuff to the side. Now, hopefully that happens sooner than later. And we can only, hope that it happens sooner than later. But that would be my stance. So I do feel Eli Lilly, but I also feel, the people who, can't get the medication through insurance, people who can't get the medication because it was a shortage going on and they had to seek out other avenues. And I think, try to find a way at this point to move those people on over to the branded. And how can you do that? By making it cheaper and easy and more accessible. Like, if something's difficult, I know from being an educator, I know from just being me, that when something is difficult, people aren't going to do it. It's only your rare percent of people that are going to push that extra effort to do it. That's why, with, finances and anything else, you always got that top 2%, because those people are going to go above and beyond. Now, we get some people are born into things like that. But when you talk to really highly successful people, they push through, right? They push through, and, they've had some trials and tribulations too, but they kind of push through. And so that's what we hope happens with this medication. So, I just hate to see all this going down. I really do. Z says, I am self-pay as my insurance does not cover. I would switch to the vials if they take away the savings card, but I prefer the pens versus drawing it up myself. Yeah, so that's somebody else. And, Jen pointed this out to me in one of my, and I think we talked about this on the live. Jen pointed out that, Eli Lilly provided a savings card, that 25% savings card. And, I think it's a lot of times you go on these, different channels and lives, and, Eli Lilly gets the, shaft, and people, are saying things that, we all agree with the greed. But, and, I also see the other side of so many great things that's happened from it. So, I just hope that they, find the humanitarian side of themselves, and, some great things comes out of this. But people are bitter and people are mad. People are upset. And I get it. I totally get it. Let's see. Nia, thank you for being a sparkling starter. Thank you, thank you. I love that. I love that. Okay, welcome, welcome, welcome. Jen says Eli Lilly don't need help getting rid of compounds. You said they don't need help. Well, they probably don't, but it's bad PR. Would you admit that, Jim? What they have going on now is bad PR. And I, like I said, I am, I have to talk about this because remember I bought that Eli Lilly stock, and I said by March, April, 6 months, I wanted them to see how much money I will have made. And so their stock is like $900 and some dollars, which is what I bought it at. If I was, doing what I normally do with these stocks, I would have traded that already. I would have averaged down already. I would have bought it when it was 700, but I committed for this GLP-1 experiment that I wasn't going to add any money to it. So on one of my lives next month, I'm going to talk about if I made any money from Eli Lilly off the stock, the $50 I put in. I think right now I'm kind of breaking even, but I'm going to hold on to that because I want to, really stocks work best long term. And so I'm going to hold on to that. And when I get to the point where I made $300 off of my $50, that's enough to buy a vial, right? A vial. But I don't, right now I wouldn't need to. But I'm going to save it. I'm going to hold on to that. And I'm going to save it until I get enough to purchase me a vial. Off of my $50. Remember, I'm not going to add anything else. And so I should have bought that stock. I should have, what I really should have done was bought another $50 when it went down in the 700s. And I didn't do that because I committed to only $50 because I wanted to show people, invest $50 into that stock and you will see it double at least. So, and I still believe that. And then I'm just going to have to prove it, right? Sometimes people say stuff and you got to show and prove. Now, I don't know what's going to happen in 6 months. There's so many dips and turns with Eli Lilly. They're on the up track now. Everything, even though the public perception of them is probably not the best, the stock market perception is good. Their stock is going up. Now, I haven't looked at it since Wednesday. But it was in the 900s, and that's when I bought, put my $50 in there, when it was around the $900 mark. So, and I'm probably, like I said, I'm probably, let me look right now. I'm about to look right now. Let's just say, I was like, how I could tell you. I'm not going to reveal too much because I want it to be like a big reveal. But I am going to tell you if I broke even or not. So as of today, if I broke even or not. Geez Louise. Okay, here it is. My little app, they changed, some of these apps, like they put up a new design. Have you ever ran into that? And then I can't recognize it. I'm like, what happened to my app? But they put up a new design. Okay, so Lily. Oh, okay. All right, so yes. So now my average cost, if I tell you my average cost, you'll be able to figure it out. I want it to be a surprise, but I'm just going to say, I put $50 into Eli Lilly and I'm down 1%. I'm down. Am I down 1%? I'm down 1.8%. So, and I was down some dollars, and so I was down some significant, some not significant, but a lot of dollars a while ago. And so, like I said, it's coming up. What's the stock price now? I left before I said that. The stock price is $920.63. So in this last July, that's the great thing about stocks. It's like a roller coaster ride, right? And so they go up and they go down. So around the summer, that stock had hit $1,000, or I think it was over $1,000. Did it hit over 1,000? I want to say it did. And when I share that, I'm going to show you how much money I made off of that when that stock went over $1,000 in the summer. I want to say it was in July. Um, Let me see. But and it was a trade. It was a stock trade I made. And let me see. Yep, that's the stock was wait. Let me see. I'm gonna look it up. I like to be accurate. My, with this brain, this menopause brain, what was their high? Let me see. I need glasses on some of these. Okay, so no, it didn't get to 1,000. The high it got up to was $972.53. So, and that it currently is now at $920 exactly, it says. And the lowest it has ever been for this year. Now we're just going with this year. This is a short year, right? So far, because this is only February. But the 52-week low is $711.40. So think about that. It has gone up. So that would be it's a 52-week low. So at some point it was 711 and it has gotten all the way up to $920. So that's how fast the stocks could grow. And not since the start of the year, not year to date. I should have looked up year to date, but that's the 52-week low was 711. And so yeah, it's like, so, I want Eli Lilly to get it together. Will they get it together sooner than later? We never know. Let's see. And when I say get it together, I just want the prices to come down. That's all. And I don't know, how does insurance play into that? How is that playing into the price of what they're charging? What is everything? I want to know what all the factors make up. That's why I don't really judge so harshly, because I don't know. I know in a business, there are unforeseen costs that we don't know. And another thing too is, did you guys ever hear how they were making those pens way back in the day? I think I heard that they were making those pens for $5. I thought it sounds like that would be a big expense is to make that pen. That pen looks kind of complicated to me. But they said, and I don't know if that's true. That could be a rumor. I didn't say that, but I heard that a lot in the summer, that the pens were so cheaply made, but people were trying to figure out why the price is so high. But is there some high-end medications? Some of these medications, some of these fancy heart medications, and I say fancy because they're like premium, they're like elite. People are paying out of the pocket for some of these because insurance doesn't even cover, and I don't even know if some of insurance offers a generic, on the medication. And some people are paying out the wazoo and way more than even this medication is costing. So yeah, it's like the cost of healthcare is so expensive. But what is working for us is that obesity is a disease, and we still have to, more and more doctors are recognizing that. I think that BMI is going to change. That whole BMI classification will change with our weight. And, I love Oprah. I love all things Oprah. I'm going to always say that. I know people aren't a fan of her, and I want to sit down with somebody and actually hear the reasons why. Like, not just, a one-liner. I want to hear, like, what are the reasons why? Because right now she is bringing so much attention to the fact that obesity is a disease. I'm going to give that to her wholehandedly. Is that the saying? I'm going to wholeheartedly give that to Oprah. She's carrying that. She carried that on her back. And I think the fact that she has like intellectuals on there talking about this, and she has doctors who've been saying this, and esteemed doctors, right? Not internet doctors. She says she has, and when I say internet doctors, I mean, people on the internet saying it. We have a lot of support on YouTube. I think a lot of these doctors, but she has doctors that are involved in research and are working at these hospitals, and they have established themselves as experts in the field. That's what I mean when I say that. And she is just really out there advocating for her and ourselves and everything. And so give credit where credit is due. I always say that. Give credit where credit is due. So I'm giving credit to Oprah. Jen says pen costs $5 and the vial costs 5 cents. So where's all that other money? What is that about? What is that about? And the funny thing is, like I say, it's just the fact that it's life-changing medication because, look at that Louis Vuitton bag. And, I'm sure a lot of people have had a Louis Vuitton bag in their day. Look how much money you're paying for that. And that material that they use. Come on now. I mean, a lot of people are paying an arm and a leg for that, but and they don't complain about it. But with the medication, it's different, right? Because it's for health reasons. So I think when people try to bring that up, well, other things are expensive and this, and that. Well, should medication really be, especially for a medication that's for a disease? I don't think it should be. I think, we got to figure out how to make this um, more appealing and available to the masses. And it's also curing other things. Let's keep those studies going. Before I leave, I would love to say this, and I would love to see Eli Lilly do this. So they had initial studies, and we all know that. But just think about how much money, time, energy, and effort was put into studying, medications, not just this one, but all medications and anything. And so somebody paid for that, right? That was Eli Lilly. They paid for that. They paid for their studies to be done. They paid for the patent on the medication. So they shelled out a lot of money too, I will say. And so, but what I would like for them to do, they're studying sleep apnea, they're studying addictions, they're studying all these things. But what I would like for them to do is study people who have been taking the medication for some years. And I think that information is going to be hard to accumulate though, because everybody's not doing the same thing, right? When you're in a study, they can figure out how to work it, but I would love to be in a study, a long-term study of people who are have been on the medication and how it's affected them, because that's one of the reasons why I say all the time I started doing my interviews. It's because I wanted to talk to people who have been on the medication for a long time, like for years or a year or so. And, I talked to those people and they were doing fine. And that's one of the things I could tell my family and friends. They haven't, passed out yet. They're still ticking. And so now I can say that too, right? Because I've been on it for a year myself and I'm still, I'm still going strong. I'm feeling even better. And so, but I would like to see them do, and they probably are, who knows what they're cooking up. If I'm thinking about this and my life is not eat, sleep, drink, everything all about, this medication and how it works and developing it, I'm sure they're figuring out a way to do that. But I think studying, people who have been on it for a long time is very necessary. People have so many opinions and I do too, but I'm like one of those people, I like the facts. Give me the facts and I can work with that. Okay, so what are you guys saying in this chat? Nadia, hi Nadia. Lakeisha says, hey Lakeisha. Jen says, I might be a little unfortunate to know both sides, so I know why Eli Lilly is in the right regardless of affordability. Yeah, you very much a pro advocate for all things Eli Lilly, and I do appreciate that, and I appreciate your perspective because if you're on the outside looking in, all you could do is go by what you see, right? And so you said the pen costs $5 and the vial costs 5 cents. 5 cents. Jeez Louise. Okay. Okay. So $5.05. So what else is up with that? There's a whole lot more that goes into it. Besides that, I know. So Mia says, quick question for the chat. Has anyone tried to make cottage cheese chips? Well, we'll save that one to the end. Wait, I think they're still talking about this. Oh, okay. No, we could go there, Mia. Okay. Well, I'll say that for the end. And so Val says, hi, DD and crew. Hey, Val. Did anyone see the interview with Mochi Health on the downsize? It helped me know that if the compound goes away, I can still use my medical provider with Mochi to prescribe the branded. I did see that. And that is smart. That is a way that they're working, right? With kind of like with Eli Lilly and these insurance companies. I wonder if that lady from Mochi has Eli Lilly on speed dial. Or would she like to have them on speed dial? Jen says the pen is part of the patent. Yes. They were smart. And patents are not cheap. I don't know if you guys anybody in here applied for a patent. But yeah, it's not cheap. Miss Russ says, Dee, hold the stock because if the judge rules compounding illegal and it's shut down, you're going to have a nice bump. I'm looking forward to it. It's going to be a part of the retirement package. Yes. So, what I ended up doing, I got so busy with YouTube that I ended up not buying it in my retirement portfolio. So now is that it's 9 something. I want to wait till it goes back down. So there'll be something else. Something else will happen. Maybe the judge will rule that compounds can, live another year, or they'll put a time frame on it, right? It's never indefinitely. And so it'll go down. And then when it goes down, I'm going to pounce on it in my retirement. And I plan to do it. I should have set an alarm. I planned to do it, but I didn't get to it to do it. So now I'm not buying it at 920 because I just see that it's probably going to take another dip. So on the next dip, I'll buy it for my retirement portfolio and put it in there. But yeah, I think that's one for the retirement masses. And, you can look up these big companies. I always say, look up what the big companies are purchasing because they have an inside, look into that stock market. And that's how you know what's really going on with Eli Lilly is how that stock market is moving. So right now, even though, like I said, the public perception is not good I don't know everybody, but just, the vibe I get, it seems like the public perception is not that great, but their stock is doing well. So people who know money and invest in stocks and trades, they aren't thinking the same way. They aren't thinking the same way. They're betting on Eli Lilly. So we shall see. We shall see. All right. So I am going to get off of here. It's an hour and 5 minutes have gone by. This was a pop-up surprise. I want to thank my new members for coming aboard. We have Black Squirrel. She's a sparkling starter. And we also have Nia is a sparkling starter. Yes, yes, yes. So in the summer, I'll have more time. So in the summer, and I'll have more time, but I'm pretty sure I'm, going to be doing some other things too. But in the summer, consider coming on to the membership, maybe just for the summer months, and we'll do something special. And you can always cancel. You don't have to stay on there. But, if I'm going to be reading books and sharing stuff, I want it to be with a small group that also wants to do it. Because, when you go live with everybody is not into it. And then people could just come in here and chime in. I guess I could have for subscribers only, but I know if you guys know anything that you put time, energy, and effort to, if you want people to take it serious, you got to have a tight knit group. And so, but that's what we're gonna do this summer. We're gonna dive into it. You guys, I'm gonna let you guys pick topics or whatever you want. When I said that Eli, something popped up. This is my first time on live on YouTube on my computer. I'm usually through StreamYard, and I said something popped up. I must have touched that by mistake because this is a touch computer. I just touched something, and all kind of stuff is popping up. So that must have been me. I was like, why is Google emailing me in the middle of the day like this? I don't know. Lavon, welcome as a sparkling starter. Thank you. Okay. I'm excited. All right. So thank you for joining. And this is what I'm doing today, and I'm out of here. I think I said this already, but for the people that came a little late, I'm going to be making a video about that doctor's visit. I've been talking about that, and tomorrow I'm going to be on live at 2:00, talking about my week. And so yeah, I'm trying to get that video out tonight because I want it out tonight before I talk about it. If I don't get it out tonight, I'll get it out tomorrow after the live. I wish I could just make a video and have somebody edit it for me. I would be making videos every day. I have so many videos in the can. So if you ever see a video of me and I'm looking chunkier than I look right now, you'll know why. Because I made that video months ago. It's still relevant, or maybe a month or so ago. And I just didn't get to edit it yet. I'm so far behind with that editing. So yeah, and then I have a lot going on with my job too. With my work, we got things that's, I got to get done to this weekend. So I'm just a busy lady, but like I always say, it's a joy to be here with you guys. And I appreciate you all. And have a happy Saturday. I was going to say Sunday. I'm used to being on here on Sunday. Have a happy Saturday, and I will see you guys tomorrow at 2 p.m. Eastern. Have a great day. Thank you for coming to my first YouTube live through the actual YouTube channel, not StreamYard. So I appreciate that. Have a good day. Bye.